What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. That could be the last time I say that until the next transfer window, but we've done like 108 episodes. In fact, this episode right now is episode 109 for summer transfers, so I can't thank you enough for your support. It's been every single episode since like back in May potentially, and you've absolutely killed it every time. And I just want to say I really do appreciate it. So today we're basically going through all the deadline day transfers I missed in the first part yesterday. There's over 85 of them, and I'm pretty sure my voice will cut out at some point through this video, so I do apologise in advance. So yesterday, like I said before, it was deadline day, and as transfers are going through, I saw them on Twitter and stuff, I was making a massive list. So there are no rumours today, it's all confirmed. So some may have fallen through, and some may not have been announced yet, but overall, I'm pretty sure I've covered essentially all the big ones. But before we get started guys, as always, if you enjoy this video and enjoy the transfer videos, smash the like button. 1,500 likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know what you think was the best transfer on deadline day. If you missed yesterday's videos, they will be down below in that description box guys. I've done a transfer video as well as some FIFA 17 official player ratings. And finally, if you're looking to buy some MSP or PSN codes ready for FIFA 17, check out g2a.com down below and use GC3 for a discount. I am sorry for such a long intro, there was a lot to say, but there's one more thing to say actually. If you're looking for transfer videos and stuff, there will still be one video a week talking about the rumours throughout that week. So you can still kind of get your weekly fix, guys. So let's get into the deadline day transfers. And first up, Adam Meyer, I think his name is, going to a team in Turkey. That is Osmanlıspor from PSV Eindhoven on a loan deal. There were a lot of loan deals yesterday, by the way. We've got, I can't say his name, it's not a great start to be honest. Actually, to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to call him Lucas. He's gone to Birmingham, though, from Burnley in the Premier League on a loan deal for the season. Next, I've gone to Andre Romalo, a Brazilian centre-back, going to Mainz from Bayer Leverkusen, again, a loan deal in Germany. Next, I've gone to Adam Lafondra, going to Wigan. He's from Cardiff City on a temporary basis, but Wigan also got the next guy, Nathan Byrne, from Wolves. This one was actually a permanent basis, and he's joined them for just over £500,000. Then we got to Chris Samba, absolute beast back in the day, playing for Blackburn Rovers. He's gone to Panathinaikos from Dynamo Moscow in Russia on a free transfer. O'Kane has joined Leeds United from Bournemouth on an undisclosed fee. That is followed by Eden Nilsson going to Genoa from Udinese, again a loan deal. And then we're followed by Nikolai Dimitriou going to Nottingham Forest, an Italian bronze player from, I think it's Napoli. I have no idea what he's like, but I think he's 24 or 25 years old, and still being a bronze, it's not the greatest of signs to be honest, on FIFA at least. Then we go on to Lika, formerly of Porto now, again going to Nottingham Forest. And that is a free transfer, and I believe back on like FIFA 13, he got a really nice man of the match card again for Porto. That is followed by Lucas Orban going to Genoa. That is from Valencia on a free transfer, and I think last season was spent out on loan as well, away from Valencia. That is followed by Lucas Piazon, who's supposed to be like the next big thing, this time though going to Fulham from Chelsea. And that is a loan until January, but from Chelsea, he doesn't really have too far to travel. Next up we go on to Alvaro going to Espanyol. That's from Getafe for £3.4 million, and Villarreal actually got a player from Espanyol yesterday who's not an ultimate team, and that's Alvaro Gonzalez for an undisclosed fee. Now we got on to Willy Bolly. He's been so good back on FIFA 15, I think it was. Now he's gone to FC Porto from Braga for an undisclosed fee. Again, just like the player going to Birmingham, I'm just going to call him by his first name of Ivan. He's gone to Zenit St. Petersburg from Rostov for £8.5 million. I mean, his card on FIFA looks god awful, but I imagine I have a great upgrade on FIFA 17. Ruben Vezo has joined Granada from Valencia on a season-long loan deal. It's understandable why, because throughout this video I'll show you two signings of Valencia made yesterday in the centre-back area. Then we go on to Torresidis going to Bologna from Roma for £850,000. Andre Wisdom has been loaned out by Liverpool yet again to Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. I believe that's 4 loan deals in the last 4 years. Then we go on to George Kevin Nkoudou finally completing a switch to Tottenham, and they did it in quite a funny fashion. They compiled a whole video of stuff like people changing the Wikipedia page, people tweeting and stuff, and they finally announced them yesterday from Marseille for, I think it's £11 million or just short of 10 mil. That also includes Clinton G going to Marseille in the opposite direction on a loan deal with the option to buy. And I believe that deal was what was holding it up initially. Then we go on to Pau Lopez going to Spurs from Espanyol on a season-long loan, so now a new backup goalkeeper, although Michel Vorm was fantastic against Liverpool. Felipe Senderos has joined Rangers on a free transfer, as he was a free agent on a 1-year deal. And the final one from this team is going to be Emerio going to a team not on FIFA, Alanyaspor from Chelsea on a loan deal. Right, 23 done, now another 63 or so to go. First up, Ivan Cavallero going from Monaco to Wolves for £6.8 million. That's a really big one, by the way, because I think last summer a lot of teams were after him. Jonathan Williams has joined Ipswich again for the 4th time on a loan deal from Crystal Palace. That is followed by SLIMANI going to Stuttgart from Sporting. Again, it is a loan deal, but Sporting actually signed a guy from Corinthians yesterday called Elias for £2.13 million, but he is not on FIFA Ultimate Team, as I think Corinthians aren't currently licensed. Then we got on to Bueno going to Granada, I think that is, from FC Porto. Again, a loan deal. Then we got on to Didier Degarde going to Osasuna from, I think it's Real Betis on a loan deal again, followed by Diego Lopez going to Espanyol from AC Milan, again a loan deal. And it's quite crazy how he got replaced by a 17-year-old who is absolutely killing it right now. Now we got on to Christian Atsu complete his loan deal to Newcastle United, but it does have an option to buy. I would be quite concerned if Newcastle didn't get promoted this season, because honestly their team on paper looks absolutely incredible for a championship level team. Then we got on to Ryan Donk going to Real Betis from Galatasaray. And that is a loan deal for this season. So Donk, that'd be a really cool one for FIFA Ultimate Team, because I don't think there's too many Dutch players in that league in particular. And if he's a silver like he is currently, he's really good in game. Diego Reyes has joined Espanyol from FC Porto, again on a loan deal. I believe he was in Spain last season as well, but I can't think of what team it was. Next up, we've gone to Frank Tabanu going to Granada. That is from Swansea City on a loan deal, and I think he joined Swansea 1 year ago and got loaned out in January as well to Saint Etienne. Then we got on to Medi Carcel Gonzalez, a player who's really good back on like FIFA 13 or FIFA 12, now gone to Granada as well. So they were very, very busy yesterday. He joined from Benfica for £3.4 million. Then we got on to William Venkier, I think that's how you say his name, going to Marseille from Roma, again a season-long loan, followed by Ricky Lambert going to Cardiff City from West Brom on an undisclosed fee. Joselu has gone to Deportivo La Coruña in Spain from Stoke City on a season-long loan. I believe he's probably the replacement for Lucas Perez, who went to Arsenal. Aidan McGeady, the 5-star skiller, has joined Preston North End from Everton on a season-long loan deal, and I think last season spent out on loan at Sheffield Wednesday as well. Then we got on to Adam Reach going to Sheffield Wednesday in particular from Middlesbrough for a fee of around £5 million. I'm not too sure what he's like in real life, so again, can't really comment on that one. Then we got on to Albert Adama going to Aston Villa. Again, it is from Middlesbrough on an undisclosed fee, but it also includes this guy, Adama Traore, going the opposite direction to Middlesbrough from Villa. It does say undisclosed, so honestly, no idea what the fee actually could have been. Then we got to Luis Alberto going to Lazio from Liverpool for £4.3 million, but it also includes 1.7 mil in additional fees, so 6 mil overall. Nigel de Jong has gone to Galatasaray from LA Galaxy in the MLS on a free transfer after Galaxy decided and agreed to terminate his contract. And the official MLS Twitter account did tweet out a video that was very unprofessional on their half. Anya has joined Derby from Watford for around £4 million. Then we got on to Marcus Henriksen, who's joined Hull City from AZ Alkmaar in the Eredivisie on a loan deal for the season. And finally, we've gone to Matt Miezga going to Vitesse, what a surprise, from Chelsea on a loan deal. A former Liverpool defender, Alvaro Arbeloa, has joined West Ham on a 1-year deal from Real Madrid, although he was a free agent, so it's a free transfer, and it's not too bad of a backup for, I think, Sam Byram. Then we move on to Portnyagin going to Lokomotiv Moscow from Rubin Kazan for £2.55 million, as is Denisov. He's also joined Lokomotiv Moscow, this time though from Dynamo Moscow on a loan deal for the season. We've got to Molo going to team in Russia as well, this time KS Samara. I think he was there last season, but now he's on there on a permanent basis from Saint Etienne. It's got a really good silver card as well. Then we got into Nabil Gilaz going to team in Turkey, and that team is right there. I think it's Gaziantepspor. So he's gone there from FC Porto on an undisclosed fee. Marvin Emnes has joined Blackburn Rovers from Swansea on a loan deal for this season, followed by Douglas Coutinho going to Braga from Athletic Paranense, I think they are, in Brazil on a loan deal for this season. But that's to kind of replace this guy, Rafa, going to Benfica. He cost them €15 million or £13 million from Braga, and it's actually a Portuguese record. They also included these two guys. First up, Rui Fonte going to Braga from Benfica, as well as Oscar Benitez. Rui Fonte was a permanent basis, and Oscar Benitez is a loan deal. Chris Martin joined Fulham from Derby on a loan deal, and Mbakani has joined Hull City. They started I think a week ago, they had signed nobody, and yesterday, I think they're up to 6 signings now. But he has joined them from Norwich in the Championship on a loan deal. And I believe this time last year on deadline day, he also joined Norwich from, I think it's Dynamo Kiev. Hinteregger has joined FC Augsburg from Red Bull Salzburg for a fee of around £5.95 million. Last season was at Mönchengladbach. Then we've got Mpoku going to Panathinaikos. That is from Chievo on a loan deal, followed by Maximovic going to Napoli on a loan deal from, I think it's Torino, but has an option to buy of around €20 million plus. He was also linked to Chelsea. Then we go on to Philip Volscheid going to Wolfsburg from Stoke City, but that is because Stoke signed this guy, Martins Indi, from Porto on a loan deal for the season, but they weren't done there. They also brought in Wilfred Boney from Man City on a loan deal as well, so I think Boney will be fantastic. Again, I say it every time, I re-rate him. I think at Stoke he'll suit their play down to a T. Then we go on to Jason Denayer, another City player going out on loan, this time to Sunderland, who really struggled yesterday. They were linked to a lot of players, but most of them did turn them down. They did still manage to sign 2 of them, the other one coming up in a moment. Then Man City also got rid of Salman Nasri to Sevilla, again a very good deal for them I think, on a loan deal. And they also got rid of Mangala to Valencia. That is a loan deal, apparently an option to buy as well. So Mangala, he cost Man City a lot of money from FC Porto, and it didn't work out whatsoever. I think it ended up being like £40 million, so a ludicrous amount for a player that really didn't do too well. Then we got on to Nyom going to West Brom from Watford for around £4 million. And the West Brom also signed Hal Robson-Kanu, one of the heroes from Euro 2016, on a free transfer after his release by Reading. And now finally we get into the last 16 players, which includes the big boys at the end, guys. So first up, Mario Balotelli has finally left Liverpool to join Nice in France on a free transfer. So I'm pretty sure we were that desperate to get rid of him, we essentially paid out his contract for him. Nice also signed Belhanda, who was at FC Schalke last season, from Dynamo Kiev on a loan deal with the option to buy. So quite a busy day for them, and Belhanda is a decent card for FIFA Ultimate Team purposes. Then we got to Lazar Markovic of Liverpool going out on loan again, this time to Sporting. And he's a player that has so much potential, but doesn't seem to have the work ethic, it seems, to kind of match it. Next up is Matthias Fernandes going to AC Milan from Fiorentina on a loan deal, but again, option to buy. And that loan cost them £680,000 as well to get the option to buy included. Serge Gnabry has joined Werder Bremen from Arsenal for £4.5 million. And one of the really surprise ones was Jack Wilshere going out on loan to Bournemouth for this season from Arsenal as well. So I think it's a really good move for him. If he stays fit, if he doesn't get injured, I think he'll suit Bournemouth down to a T. And in regards to Bournemouth as a club, it's a really big coup. I'm not saying it's the biggest transfer they've ever made, but possibly it could be, because he is a very well-known player, and Jack Wilshere, like I said, if he stays fit, I think they've got a great player on their hands. Then we go on to Douglas Santos going to Hamburg from Atlético Mineiro in Brazil for around 8.5 mil. Didier Ndong has joined Sunderland for a club record fee of around £13.6 million. I think it goes up to like 20 million euros after additional fees. So I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually heard of him in real life, so I'm interested to see what he's like as a player and potentially could live up to his price tag. Then we follow on to Enner Valencia going to Everton. He was linked to Swansea City, but has joined Everton on a season-long loan from West Ham, with the option to buy at the end of it as well for apparently 13.5 mil. Alongside Mangala, Valencia also got Garay yesterday from Zenit St. Petersburg on an undisclosed fee. Despite selling Alcacer to Barca, they did get in quite a lot of players this summer, including Nani as well, who I completely forgot about. Next up we go on to Jeff Hendrick going to Burnley from Derby for a club record fee of £10 million. He did have a very good Euro 2016 campaign with Ireland, so I'm assuming can kick on from there. Then we go on to Marcos Alonso going to Chelsea from Fiorentina. And the fee is around £23 million, so I'm assuming he'll go left back, Azpilicueta right back, and there's their problem solved. Next up, we're going to Juan Cuadrado going to Juventus on a 3-year loan deal, which is the longest loan deal I've ever seen, and Juve to get that have had to pay just £4.25 million. So no idea what's going on there, but either way, has now joined Juve. Next up, we've got to Moussa Sissoko. This one was really weird. At the start of deadline day, Tottenham were in talks with Newcastle to sign Sissoko for £13 million. But they decided they did not want to pay that. Then later in the day, Everton came in and they put a £13 million offer in. So he looked set to go to Everton. Apparently, they had a medical room ready for him and a private jet. And the Sky Sports said that Sissoko either turned off his phone or just refused to answer calls for them, because Spurs also matched the £30 million bid and they ended up going to Spurs. So Newcastle managed to get the £30 million they wanted, and I probably consider this a panic buy, but still have to wait and see how he actually does. The second to last one is going to Slimani going to Leicester City from Sporting for €30 million plus £5 million in additional fees. So in regards to pounds, it's 25 to £30 million, which is a club record fee, and I think his debut will be against us, Liverpool, in just a couple of weeks. And he'll now get a hyperlink to Mahrez at Leicester, which is pretty damn cool, who potentially could have 5-star skills as well. Now finally we go on to David Luiz returning to Chelsea from PSG. I've seen 3 different fees going around: £30 million, £32.75 million and €37 million. So he has rejoined them for around £20 million less than what Chelsea sold him for in the first place. And personally, I don't like Chelsea, but I find it really hard to dislike David Luiz. And it is quite nice to see him back in England and for Chelsea, and he's a player he's got a great character about him. So there we have it. There is essentially most of yesterday's transfers that all went through on deadline day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, remember to smash the like button. 1,000 fires likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content in the comments below. Now, what you think has been the best transfer of deadline day? If you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in the description box. And finally, check out g2a.com in the description below as well. Use GC3 for a discount. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.